let's kick this off. So we are back in Icewind Dale. Welcome back. Currently in Revel's End. And Mr. Newell just kind of walked in the front door. You met with the warden, introduced yourself as Press, and got a backstage pass.
So, less walked in and more shown right through the door.
Yeah. Then the rest of the group decided to tag along behind a caravan that was carrying some new prisoners being brought into the program. And I think that's where we left off. What is the rest of the party doing?
Well, Sam has like this slow realization go across his face. It's like, oh, right, that Lord's Alliance. Fuck. Hold up a moment while he messes with his equipment.
Oh, also, the whole reason that you guys are at Revel's End is to free Tuyu's imprisoned brother after she herself escaped from the prison. Just as a quick reminder for all the listeners out there.
For future me. Well, we're headed to. We're gonna follow that wagon, right?
Right. Trail behind. Don't try and show up at the door with them. But
Yeah.
All right.
I was thinking when we were looking at that picture of the prison, I was thinking if we, I don't know, could climb that like big cliff that's behind it, and then it would put us kind of, at the same altitude as like the top of it, and maybe sneaking that way. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's
let me bring that
a
up.
possibility. Yeah, like if we could just climb that hill and then maybe infiltrate that way, but I'm not exactly sure how. I know infiltration is in order.
Well, okay.
Well,
I thought we were doing the. Sorry. I thought we were doing the doctor plan still.
What's the doctor plan?
well, remember, he was originally had his own plan to break into the prison back when he was trying to assassinate Tuyu and her brother.
Okay, I don't know why you always have to bring that up, but yes, we all had previous jobs. Let's not focus on anyone's particular past too much. But yeah, I was gonna pose as medical. I thought we were gonna pose as like a medical team sent by Harpies or the Lord's Alliance to like check in on this base because.
Probably not harpies.
Well, sorry,
I think it'd be
Harpies.
Harpers.
Harpers.
Maybe. Yeah. Infiltration anyway.
Yeah, but
yeah,
like the scaling thing works for me too. Either one.
Alright, give me a heads up before we attempt to communicate with them disguised. I may or may not be wanted by the Lord's Alliance.
Fun.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, don't look like you then when we go.
I have a disguise ready. It's very flawless.
Good to know.
Very what?
Welcome to Revel's End. Dum dum dum
Nah.
dum.
All right.
I'm gonna turn down the volume of this music a little bit. There we go, perfect. And we'll just keep that on the loop. So Newell, you were brought in the front door down here. Bloop. Did that work? There we go. You were brought in the front door. I'm going to drop you in, and you are being escorted by the warden. Let's see. Here is the warden. objects layer, token layer. Ta-da!
Ooh. That's a face.
Yeah, she once was a beautiful woman before taking on this job here up in Revel's End for the past few decades.
Oh, decades.
Yeah, she's been here
So
for a
it
while.
should be like the presidency.
She's all business. And as she brings you in, Nuval, she shows you around. It says, well, yes, we haven't had any press come up here in some time, ever since the last inspection. May I ask, what is your, who sent you? Are you being sent by the, Baldur's Gate group? Where are you? There we go.
My newspaper is based out of Waterdeep, actually.
Oh, Waterdeep. Yes, they're very... Those people are always trying to get on us about human rights and things of that nature.
Humans.
Person rights, I guess, would be the more...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As I kind of gesture at myself, yes, human rights. Don't see too many Tritons up here.
No,
so I'm
no,
kind of
it's...
special, so.
Really, it's just this damned cold is inescapable. You get used to it after 5 or 6 years. How long are you planning on staying?
God, I hope not that long.
She kind of like looks around and goes, yeah, I get it. Come on in. She escorts you into the door. Now I'm going to describe the areas as you walk in. To your left here is a stable that you can see the horses that brought you in on the carriage being kind of quartered in, stabled in. To the right here is a guard's room.
Stabilized.
And what is it?
Stabilized?
Stabilized. Stabilitied. And she leads you over here and says, since you'll be staying, I'll give you a quick tour. Over here is our mess hall. And she kind of points around. This room has... it's got a long table with food and cooks running around. And she points up here. There's a group of cooks running in and out of these areas here. If I can get them on the token layer, not that on the token layer. That is GM. These guys. Here we go. You see 6 cooks who are running frantically in and out of a kitchen trying to supply food for the mess hall. She continues her tour and points down here to this hall here. She says, you'll be staying in our counselor's quarters. We have currently 3 counselors with us, Mr. Anderton, Miss Torbo, and Mr. Norixius. Walking out of one of the council chambers, you see a large silver dragonborn who continues up, and he goes, "Good evening. Are you a counselor who will be judging with us?"
I'm a reporter, actually. I'm kind of doing a few pieces I have in mind about this environment, kind of the general investigation of the entire place. Plus, I think the people back home need to have a little bit more feeling for the people who work here. So I might do some small little backstory pieces for like the warden and a few other people who are spending all their time up here.
Just see
Doing their
to it
civic
that you
duty.
don't spend too much time with the criminal scum. If you stay too long, there's always the risk that you become one of them. And then he bids you good day and continues walking out. And
I'm going to lean over to the warden and say, which counselor was he?
oh, that was Counselor Kriv Neurixius. He's a silver dragonborn, as you can see. He's from the town of Daggerford.
Neurixius.
That one always votes no on the Absolution Council.
So he doesn't believe in second chances, then.
No, not quite. And he walks down the hall, and you lose sight of him. She goes, you'll meet Jill Torbo and Voss Anderton, I'm sure, at some point. And then she walks you over here, back down the hall, and walks you to the center area, which is known as the Octagon. In this area, you can see that there's 24 cells, some of them containing people, prisoners, some of them not. There are 7 guards inside of a central chamber who are constantly watching. And she goes, as you can see, this is kind of the base of our operations. This is where we have all of our stuff going on. You see inside of the this piece here, which is not that.
Which is
R18, got it.
R18.
Inside of R18, which is known as the surveillance hub. There are 7 guards constantly watching.
Yeah, I know this layout.
And yeah, they are constantly watching, making sure that none of the prisoners are making a peep.
Are those archer slits or are those windows?
They are surveillance slits with archers. The bars, she goes, points to the bars and says, as you can see, each one of these is very secure for the most dangerous prisoners of the realm. There's also an anti-magic field on each cell, making sure that no magic users can perform any kind of spells, or no spells can be performed on the devices.
Is that no spells within the entire prison or just within the cells themselves?
It's only on... She looks at you kind of askance and says, if you wish to perform spells outside of the prison, you can.
Okay. No, I tend to have a little unseen servant do a lot of my notes during heavier discussions.
Oh, that should be fine. As you're walking around, you feel no disruption of your magical assistant taking notes. She leads you over to this room, says, this is our quaint little meeting room. Over here is our storage room. We have currently 6 months' supply. And then here's the privy if you need to use the restroom. She points to the corner here and says, there are 4 guard towers, keeping watch constantly, making sure any approaches or anything of that nature is recorded, and there's no escapes outward or attempts to break in inward. I assure you, you are completely safe against the dangers of the realms of Icewind Dale. And then she leads you over here. You see another guard tower up here. You also pass by, as you're walking in this octagon hallway, there are 3 guards who are continually doing rounds in this small hallway. And you pass by one, and he gives a little nod to the warden, and you see the warden does a little kind of like a hand symbol back, and the guard nods and continues walking. And then she points up to this room and says, here is our hospital. It is currently unstaffed at the moment. We're waiting for supplies and personnel to come, but they should be arriving someday soon. Walking out here, she shows you the elevator and the port, but it's a little chilly, so she just kind of points at it and says, if you come by sea, this would be the area, and then she runs back inside. And then finally, she takes you to the, I'm going to take you all down here. She leads you inside the hub and brings you up the tower. As you step up the staircase, she says, this is our barracks. You see about, let's see here, this many guards. All kind of, they're playing cards, they're drinking, they're just off duty at the moment. So, this is the tower level 1, and if you go up from this area here, that leads to this. And then she continues up again, a floor, taking you to this area. It says, here's our absolution chambers. This is where we decide the fate of our prisoners, whether we release them or keep them. Each prisoner is allowed 1 hearing per year. We determine, according to the criminality of the action that they took that landed them here, whether we continue to hold them and if they are remorseful or not. And yeah, here is my office. She points to this door here. She says,
will there be a hearing anytime while I'm here?
oh, I'm sure.
It would be
yes.
very interesting to watch it.
Oh, absolutely. If ever you have any questions, this is my quarters here. Click. And then this is my office here. So please be sure to just come knock. She leads you up, and this is my second office. This is the rooftop area. She says, she points out at the ocean. She says, can you feel that breeze? Yes, this is 300 feet above water. It's a fantastic view. You can see everything around. She points to a little portico, a little drawbridge over here. Says, whenever we get shipments by airship, they always dock here and we can bring them down. Typically that would be things like medical supplies, sometimes prisoners, extremely high-profile prisoners, typically. Normally they just come through by boat or land, but occasionally we'll have one.
Is she
I
trying
must
to
say-
seduce Nouveau?
No.
Nah.
No, you don't get the sense that she's just explaining
that we're
everything very
alone.
thoroughly.
No, I wouldn't even have noticed anyway if she was.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
And-
looking into things. It's whatever.
And she brings you back down and says,
It's tricky.
well, that's our quick tour. There are some areas that I've deigned, I haven't shown you. Please avoid those areas.
So just don't go anywhere you didn't show me.
Essentially. For instance, I didn't show you our armory, specifically because it is guarded, and anyone who enters into it would immediately be attacked, and we don't want that to happen to our press.
Yeah, that would be a good thing on my side too. I don't like being attacked.
Sure. Well, I hope you give us a good review, and enjoy your stay. She escorts you back down to the main floor. You pass by through the central surveillance hub, exit out. You make your way down to the mess hall, and as you do, you find Mr. Voss Anderton and Miss Jill Torbo are likewise in the mess hall. Jill is complaining loudly about the quality of food here, as per usual. While Voss is simply he's reading over notes for his next Absolution Council meeting involving a drow prisoner. And they look up at you as you approach, and Jill gives you a side eye, and Voss takes note of you, nods curtly, and goes back down to his notes.
The other counselors, I take it.
Yes. Jill walks by, flippantly salutes the warden, and then heads to her chamber down here. And that's your tour.
Cool.
Now-
So how many counselors are typically on the Absolution Council? Is it always just 3 plus the warden? I asked the warden. Or
Right
is it-
now, it's
Usually
it's-
there's more people, but it's kind of a skeleton staff.
Yeah, usually it's more people, but to be perfectly honest, it seems that not a lot of the towns of the realms take this very seriously anymore, and the few that do send very well-regarded people. But she nods over at Jill and says, however, some are sent as a kind of punishment for their insolence or whatever reasons, political. Yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to guess that Jill may not be very second chance oriented either.
It's like, Jill is lucky if you can. It's lucky if you can get a word out of Jill. Typically,
Okay.
she clearly is not happy to be here.
I feel sorry for any prisoners who have served their time properly here then, right now.
Well, this is not a place for rest and relaxation, that's for sure. Enjoy your time. She hands you a bowl of slop and says bon appetit, and walks out the door and goes up to her chambers.
I smell the slop. Does it smell poisonous to me? Because it's not very good and nutritious food.
You might consider it poisonous, however, it is edible.
Okay. I eat it then.
Okay.
And I walk over and sit next to Voss if he's not leaving and ask him his life story. Or as much as he's willing to share.
So he...
What brings you to the middle of nowhere? Duty or not duty?
This is my charge. I am a representative of the city of Neverwinter. Please ask that you do not interrupt my studies. I have a very high-profile case coming shortly, and I do not want to miss any details.
Would you be free after the case to discuss your time in this area?
Will this be on the record? I see you are a member
some
of
on
the
the
press.
record, off the record. Just let me know when to no longer take notes.
Very well. I will approach you later for discussion of whatever you want, really.
Pleasant chat.
Yes. You get the sense that he is a precise individual with a lawyerly way of speaking. You get the sense that he takes his role seriously and he informs you that he has never missed a council meeting. You get the sense that he votes with his head, not with his heart.
Votes with head, not heart.
Okay.
Wow, I really feel bad for any prisoner who's actually served their time properly, because apparently nobody has proper compassion to think about second chances. Although, I guess
In
Voss
prison?
would be the closest to it. I would hope fantasy prison would at least be better.
Yeah, we can hope.
Voss, of all the people, weighs the ramifications of releasing dangerous prisoners. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess moving out of the prison, we're gonna meet up with the party, who is a distance away. I'd like to hear what you all are doing.
Well, I've prepped the spell disguise self. Let's see, replacing. What did I have on my list? Okay, replacing fairy fire. So, and I will have a half elf disguise ready to go, and to go along with the medical plan. I would like to confer with the blood hunter though, real quick. Hey, Red. What should my job be with respect to you, the head medical person?
Security.
Ah, okay.
You got that. You got the big armor. You got the armor. Yeah, you're security. Do you have healing?
I have cure wounds. Medicine isn't my expertise, though.
Ah, no medical expertise, but you do have healing. Congratulations, you're an EMT.
Got it.
Tuyu, can you still communicate with Nuval?
I don't know. Can I? Has it been? I think it was 6 hours.
If that tour probably took around an hour and a half. The one moment that you would be able to reestablish connection is if Nuval was on the roof tower. There's also a roof deck that is above this area. I'm going to bring up the image again real quick to kind of explain this. Bonk. So there is a roof deck, and you can kind of see the courtyard in the corners, the triangular opening to the right.
Yeah.
There's a roof deck, and then there's a tower that heads upward. So all the prisoners are underneath that kind of flat plane of the thing. If he were somehow able to get there or at the top of the tower, that would be times that he could potentially reestablish connection. If you are in sight.
Good.
Because Nuval would want to sit on top of the tower if the warden didn't mind, because it actually looked nice from up there compared to.
Yeah, she did bring up that it is a beautiful view, so that's kind of your ticket in there.
So is he up there with the warden?
She would escort him for now if he is doing that.
That's her second office, right?
Yep.
Are we close enough that we can see ourselves, like we can see the layout? Like, can we see like the stuff in the distance? Can we see the tower? Can we see?
Yeah, you essentially see that you all see this essentially.
Okay.
You all do not see what Nuval saw.
Right. And we're coming from the right side, that road leading in from the right side of this image you just posted.
And then on the map you'll be coming from the south.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you come by the road, if you come by some other entryway, there's that potential is there.
And that, I want to be, sorry, Red wants to be very clear. I don't know why Red just used his own name. I want to be very clear. That medical plan was my idea for getting myself in. The more people, we've added more people, so it's shaky the more people you add to a deception plan.
We all gotta
if anyone has any other ideas.
We just got to get on the same page. We're a medical team. Justin knows they're waiting for one, and we could, I think, find that out if we talk to Nuval. What's keeping Tuyu from contacting Nuval? Is it like a magical interference?
I believe
Proximity?
it's sight. She has to see him.
Well,
Oh,
I can send him 25 words, ask him what's up, and stuff like that, and he can reply back to me if I can't send him.
It's right to you. It's that you have to see him to establish the connection, and then it maintains for 6 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay, so during the time that Nuval is touring, he would potentially still have connection. So you all would probably have Nuval is sketching out the layout of the prison as he tours it, and Tuyu is receiving. So you potentially have a rough understanding of what the layout is.
Well, hell, then we probably know they're waiting on some kind of medical team from somewhere.
He would be able to convey that, yes.
Well, let's be them.
Did they actually say where the medical team was coming from?
I think she did.
Do you still have the connection up, to you?
It should still be up. It hasn't been.
Yeah.
Can you ask him that?
Oh, okay. I'll ask. Do you know where the medical team is supposed to be coming from, Nuval?
I did not know anything from what she said, so I don't think she actually mentioned where. She was just short on medical staff right now and waiting for reinforcement, so to speak.
Well, it's run by the Lord's Alliance, so we should be from the Lord's Alliance, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Don't have them.
Half of the Sword Coast, or not all of the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't pry too much. Let's just say we're from Lord's Alliance. Lord's Alliance is sending us there because of all the what's it called? The snow, the environment change that's happened. We can just say that we've been trying to send messages up, but nothing's been getting through because shit's weird now. So they just instead of waiting for reply messages that they didn't receive, they just sent us. So
here we are.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Then we should disguise ourselves as a medical team headed to do our job, supplies and stuff.
Nuval, while you're in the mess hall, you see some of the cooks come out, and they bring a meal to each of the prisoners. You see them walk out and come over here with their meals.
If they don't mind, I would follow them and ask them questions while they did their job.
Sure. What do you ask them?
How often do the prisoners get fed? Do they get like specialized meals for vitamin deficiencies because of how cold and scarce things are?
I went to school for this, and here 10 years of culinary arts, and this is the slop that I make every day. Yes, it is nutritious. No, it is not delicious.
Well, nutrition is the most important part.
You see, he walks over and stands next to one of the things. He waves at a guard. The guard, this one nods, presses some buttons on a console. The bars lower, and he he's got a little tray that he inserts through the bars, just a small opening, and the prisoner on the inside takes it and begins to eat.
Well, that is a fascinating mechanism.
Yeah, so everything's run by some kind of magical, mechanical means. The entire thing is well lit. There's at nighttime, he says that they dim the magical lanterns slightly, but it is always well lit in this area. And it's also 68 degrees. There's a continual nice temperature on the inside. So they do their rounds. They go to each one. The guard at the post signals, and they hand each prisoner their slot. And then they head back to the kitchen. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Since I don't know if they'll let me in here to talk with the guards in here, so.
Yeah, the guards do not seem eager to talk in that
I
area.
wave at them.
They nod curtly, but don't take their eyes off the prisoners. And they head back, and then this is your room here, down here,
Yeah. Okay.
or there. You know what? Take your pick. Whatever.
There.
All right. All right, team outside of prison.
Team, tough job. I had the easy part.
Okay, I say we just roll up. Any more preparations, and I'll take a one of my vials, my vial, and it's got like a pink liquid instead of like a blue or red liquid that it usually has. I stick it into my neck, and like a lot of the all of the like damage and stuff. I'm pretty like a dirty person because I don't wear armor and stuff. All that kind of like washes away. My scales kind of clean up, and my blood kind of smears away, and I get advantage in all charisma checks.
Fancy.
Fancy.
I myself, as we approach, will cast Disguise Self, make myself look like a half elf, but I will also be wearing my helmet to obscure even further. And I will request from the party that while we're in this prison, that don't call me Sam, call me Max Goodberry.
Got it, Sam. Max. Max. Oh, Tuyu, you should probably also have a fake name. You know what? Fake names all around. What do we got?
Hell yeah, I want a fake name.
All right, hold on. Let me get my notes up. All right. All right, what do we got? Sam is Max Goodberry.
Yep.
All right. Tuyu, what do you got?
God, the only thing that comes to mind is Ginger, but that's a stripper's name.
You are supposed. I thought we discussed that you would be my medical assistant or trainee, and nurse named Ginger. I've read that in many a magazine. That's right. I feel like that fits.
Okay. Nurse Ginger.
Nurse Ginger. Oh, I love
Gosh.
it. What about you? What about you, Thorf? I mean, you don't need a fake name, but yeah.
You mean Alan Livingstone?
Alan Livingstone?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Livingstone. Got it. Nice.
Like Livingston. You guys don't know?
I thought you were doing like a stone thing for like dwarves. Living stone. Like you're like tough, like you're like a living stone.
Yeah, but Livingston is like a Jimmy Buffett thing.
Livingstone. Oh.
I was
It's-
thinking about the
it's
living
always-
sniper.
Oh, right.
It's always over your head. It's just for me, I guess. It's a very self-indulgent
Uh,
character.
Are they gonna let us carry weapons into the prison?
Sure. Well, we don't have to have them like drawn and ready. Can we kind of, obfuscate
We
our
have a-
weapon situation?
We have a bag of holding. We can place it all inside there. Our
Yeah.
dangerous stuff inside there.
And we got like a sled or something, right? I could like create food and water, put a bunch of like food down there and jugs of water, whatever, cover it. It looks like a supply wagon, kind of, or a supply sled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'll hand off my bag of holding so you guys can prep it how you want.
Nuval, what? You don't carry weapons, right?
No. I mean, I have a rapier, but I gave that away to the townspeople earlier.
Okay, so yeah,
And more about support magic and messing with people's minds.
yeah. So you were patted down, but not having a weapon on you, you got in pretty easily. That's why that
No
kind of-
weapon and no armor.
yeah, that's
I
why
am-
he basically passed easily.
I am great at D&D.
I have I think the only thing. I mean, we've been traveling to get
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
thinking.
it would make sense for us to have weapons, but yeah, just bag of holding. I'll put one of my Yaklaws. I'll put that in there, but the rest of my spears and my crossbow, I'll put in like just the sled.
Y'all keep my shield and mace.
You're a holy
keep my
person.
shield and mace.
You're a holy person. That's like part of
Yeah.
your religion, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put all my stuff on. Like I got like vestments and some just priest stuff. I put all my priest stuff on. I look like a chaplain. I look safe, even though I got, shield and mace. Non-threatening.
Oh, Davey takes out like a nicer coat that he doesn't wear from his bag because he is usually covered in blood and he doesn't want it to get he usually doesn't want it to get like messed up.
I feel like this
is it
is
a
made
white
of
lab
suede
coat?
or velvet.
Ha, yeah. I was thinking like more like the vestments that you wear in the morgue, like sort of a coat, but it's like got that what is that sort of like plasticky stuff on it, so that like if you're like get like blood or sinew on it, it's like easier to wash away. It's like what you would be using.
Yeah.
It's also the same as what you like an alchemist would use back in the day,
Right,
which
but
he is also.
The
so.
equivalent would be a kind of like a leather apron.
Yes.
A dark leather apron.
Yes. Yeah. And glasses. He also wears glasses. Takes out some glasses.
You got another pair of glasses?
Okay, Dr. Frankenstein, let's go.
Guys,
Yes. Yes, I hand Thor some glasses. Oh, sorry, no. I hand Mr. Livingstone some glasses.
oh, thank you.
I will,
I have a
in the
smoking
bag
pipe.
of holding, hidden with the rest of the weapons, store a short sword and shield. But I will keep out my longbow. I don't know if I ever got the other short sword back, so I'll just assume it's back at the village.
Okay.
And my tools. I'm obviously going to have to take off my armor, but I'm going to wear my armor for now and have them get me out of the armor.
All right. I'm going to say that for you all to currently be doing this out of sight, you're about 2 hours distance from the tower. You can see the tower in the distance, but from the tower you are not visible. It's going to take about 2 hours for you to walk up to the base of it.
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead and place your characters on the map. As you approach the tower, you hear a loud as unexpected visitors approach. The guards all step out of the guard room and await your arrival.
How do I drag my character again?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Every time. I don't know why it does
Get out
that.
of here, Big Sam. Not now.
The shadow of the Sam. All right.
So all of you
you
are
check
also at
carefully.
full health. You are newborn babes.
Well, full health plus temp HP.
I'm
Plus
300
10
years old.
Yeah.
You all
Oh,
have
plus 10. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Thank
all
you,
have the
Buffett.
blessing. By the way, all of the squares here are 10-foot squares.
It should
Alright.
be smaller.
I'll let the captain of the medical team talk. I'm just going to be the silent bodyguard type.
I can make your thing smaller, but I'm keeping you guys larger just for the sake of visibility.
Okay.
I understand.
Distinguishing the important characters from the NPCs. Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So as you approach the gate, one of the guards comes to you, Red, and says, "Halt, travelers! What's your business here?" Typical guard.
Hi, yes, we're part of the medical team sent to evaluate. I hate using that term. Evaluate your conditions. We're here to help.
Ah, yes, we were expecting you. We weren't expecting you to come by land, though. Typically, our medical supplies and things come by airship.
We sent the weather here. We weren't expecting any of this. We've sent ravens, but after the second one didn't reach you, we just went ahead and sent a team.
Okay.
We got a little close with an airship, but then with a smaller airship, but then
Okay,
it felt better to come inland.
Roll deception.
With advantage.
Your first roll. With advantage.
Ooh, all right, that's not good. That's a 6. All
Come on now. Come on.
Okay. 16. Deception. 15.
Okay.
All right.
He nods and goes. He looks up in the sky and goes, "Yeah, ever since that endless rime has fallen on Icewind Dale, nothing by air comes easily. All right." He says, "We'll be confiscating all your weapons. Please put your animals." He points to one of the guards who comes up and takes the reins on your beasts of burden and begins to lead them into the stable. Meanwhile,
Food?
another guard comes over
me.
here and begins patting each one of you down for weapons.
Okay. I'm gonna go with this guard as he as he grabs my beasts and help him out.
Okay. In doing
This
so,
is Josie. This is Rosie.
Yeah.
Please be careful.
he's gonna roll an animal.
This is
handling.
nut.
Let's see how well he rolled an 8. So this guy.
Can I give him advantage with helping with the polar bear and this? I'll give up like 2 of my rations to the polar bear just to like try and like make this as easy as possible.
Yeah, ironically, okay, with the polar bear, the guard is way comfortable. He's like, it's kind of like a big fuzzy dog. The guard, however, handling the axe beaks, the chocobos, he is much more nervous, and he kind of welcomes Thor's help. But
Know how to talk to them. They got personalities, just like you probably do.
he blushes and says, "Yeah, I like bears and turtles."
Okay. Okay, well, there's a bear. Be careful. Never mind,
Okay.
it's not a dog.
They
Be careful with their
wait
animals.
for you to hand over your weapons.
Yes,
Alright,
here I am just the medical officer with my nurse assistant, but Mr. Goodberry here is our sort of been charged with being our security. If he could parlay with any of the any guards.
Okay.
I do hand over most of the weapons upon request, but if they're patting me down, they quickly realize that my entire suit of armor is a weapon.
Oh my god.
All right. They ask you to please remove the suit. It could be used as a weapon inside of the prison, so you'll need to remove that as well.
I curtly respond, fine, but let me grab my tools after I get out, and I go through the long process of pulling out of my power armor, which, to disguise self up, I look like a half-elf.
Okay.
There's no like Iron Man just collapsing thing. You just.
No, I'm afraid it's more like Fallout 4 power armor.
Oh,
It's
even
just
that
like-
you could
You
like.
just step out of it.
It's just like
Yeah.
900 latches. You have to unhook fucking everything.
They pat you down. You said you're not handing over all your weapons. What are you not handing over?
No. The weapon that I didn't initially hand over was my armor, but I grumble fine upon request and do what they instruct.
Okay, so you are currently unarmed. Okay.
Yes, unless they keep.
You need these hands too.
You can keep your hands, sir.
I will take my thieves' tools, herbal kit, and tinker's tools, if that's okay.
Yeah, they don't have any. It's specifically weapons or anything that can be used as a weapon to you. They approach you and they say, "Ma'am, if you could hand over your weapons."
For all of my weapons, my short sword, my short bow, my daggers, and my arrows.
Okay. They take all your weapons. It's kind of like one of those things where like you're pulling weapons from like every pocket. Pull one from your shoe, one from your hair. Okay. The guards are like glance at each other as you continue to hand over more blades.
I'll just say like they sent there was another team that was supposed to come and they didn't make it as well, so they made sure to send people who could handle themselves in the wilds.
The
Yeah,
guards
it's
nod.
pretty rough stuff out there.
Okay, so Tuyu is unarmed. Red, you're unarmed? You handed over everything?
Yeah, I got I have in the bag of holding I have one of my yaklaws, but I'll there are multiple spears and crossbows that are just in the all of those weapons are just in the
They are aware of
the
bag
cart.
of holdings also. They do want to inspect the bag of holding.
we would have to like turn it out and pour it all out, but okay, yeah.
Okay, so you're unarmed as well, and they take the weapons from the bag of holding, but they put everything else back in.
Motherfucker.
Important question about the bag of holding.
What about it?
That would be geared towards Tuyu, probably. Did we have the plesiosaurus head when we met Sam, or did we drop that off at Lonelywood?
We put that on the wall
Yeah, we put
on
that
the,
on the wall.
Okay, cool. Because this could have been a very funny story.
Okay, and Thorf.
It's
do
for
you hand
science.
over-
It's for science.
Do you hand over all of your weapons?
Well, yeah, I had my crossbow in the bag. I got a hammer and shield. This hammer is ceremonial. It's just
You may
kinda
keep your shield, but they ask that you hand over your hammer.
The hammer is
Can I keep
ceremonial.
my shield? I have it.
Roll deception.
Can I give him advantage? Can I give him the help action and just say like he is our resident cleric. It's part of his
Sir,
part of his deity's worship.
a weapon is a weapon. We have very strict rules.
I got a 9 deception.
Okay, so yeah, you do not pass.
Did I give him advantage on that? Fuck.
I think that it would hold. A
Alright.
hammer is a weapon. A weapon is a weapon.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I
they
call
ask
it a
that you please-
tool.
You may
But
keep your
you know,
shield.
you're not a dwarf. You wouldn't know anything about it. Here, listen. Just be careful with it. I know what's on it. Don't add any scratches or dings to it. Okay?
All
Can't believe you're gonna take a dwarf's hammer from me. It's ridiculous.
They kind of rules is rules, and they
Yeah, just following orders. I heard it before.
they escort you all in, and they lead you into inside. The 3 guards take back up their posts in the guard room, and then they lead you to the left down the hall over here. I'm just moving everyone and into this room and say, please wait right here. You'll be meeting with the warden. She'll be down just momentarily.
All right.
One guard stands outside, and the other one runs in and heads up the tower to get the warden.
I will immediately take stock of what is in the room.
You look into. You are currently inside a meeting room. It is a. Let me find it real quick. The room holds a large rectangular table with a single chair on one long side and 3 similar chairs on the opposite side. So one of you is going to be standing. Unless you want to take all 4 chairs and make this awkward, but go for it. The room is used for meetings with prisoners or the warden or visitors. You do see that there's a hatch on the roof with a ladder leading up to it, located right here.
You tell me while we're here.
Oh, okay. I tell me while we're here. And while we managed to infiltrate by being a medical team, act like you don't know us, and our names are different.
I'll I'll go through all the fake names.
Wait, who is this?
This is Tuyu.
New phone, who dis?
Which voice?
It might be better. It might be better to give Nuval the names in person, so we're authentically introducing ourselves.
Gotcha.
Before the warden comes in, I would. Never mind, it's too late. I'll just stand in the corner with my arms folded, and while everyone else takes a seat.
Okay, you take a seat. The second the warden steps in, she's looking down at some papers and saying, "Oh, good, the medical team are." And she looks up, and Thorf, she locks eyes with you, and immediately freezes. She goes, "Is it possible? Thorf?
Marta? Is that you?
Oh no!
Hold on, guys, 1 second.
Done.
Oh, you love this in a heist. You love to see this in a heist.
God, no!
Yeah,
We should
were
just
talking
kill her.
to
We should
here,
immediately
and then
kill her.
They can hear us. Okay.
Just be glad she doesn't know me. It would have been worse for us all.
Yeah, no, but we didn't really like give a proper introduction to Thorf yet. We're good. He can just be part of the medical team still. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it? Is it fine?
Just to. Yeah, it just depends. I just don't know what this guy's, what Thor's relationship is to the wardens. So
We
just depends on if Thor can be
we go
cool.
way back.
Oh, did you give her some of those scars?
I go
No.
Oh yeah, you did. I see you. Ah.
I'm dead quiet, listening in
Cleric of peace.
intently.
We it used to be different. We would party together.
Oh, where's
Finnick.
Did Finnick come? Yeah, did Finnick come?
No?
That's up to Thorf.
I don't think she needs to have come. Can she wait?
Yeah, she may have.
Could you wait with
She may be
the,
waiting back at the black cabin.
Okay.
We'll say that. Thorf,
I don't want to leave her.
is that you? No, couldn't be.
Marta? I didn't think I'd see you here. What happened?
It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. She straightens her uniform. Great,
Yeah, it's
that's fantastic. Eat it.
it's been a real long time, Marta. How'd you get here? Are you the warden?
It's been a very long time. I have moved to I freshened up my life a little bit. I think I got to a point where I decided that I needed to have a real direction in life and a little change of. Enough about me. Sir, this is unprecedented. I'm sorry, but we are
we're
looking
kinda
for a medical
wild
team.
and letterless back in the day. I get it.
She looks to Red and says, "You are the doctor. I'm going to assume with your outfit."
This is the doctor. This is Doctor.
Thorf.
Hi, I'm Professor Simon Crimson. It's very nice to meet you.
Dr. Crimson, thank you.
Yes. This is my assistant, Nurse Ginger. Apparently, you already know Thorf, our cleric.
Yeah, we have a history, if you will.
We did.
Like I said, it's been a long time. I apologize. I'm a little rough for wear. The years have not treated me as kindly as Thorf, I can see.
Marta, she looked great.
Sorry, we were given briefings on the council members that were here and some of the prisoners, but not, and the medical situation that you were in, but not who the actual warden was. If Thorf had known he had a past with the person here, we would have. He would have obviously told us.
You're explaining yourself.
Well,
way too much. Me
Thorf
and
and I-
Marta, there's no problem here.
No. If-
We brought a lot of supplies. We heard you were running low. It's been quite an adventure getting here. We tried air, but that was no go with crime going on. So
I just
we
want
hooked.
you to know that I am purely professional now, Thorf.
Of course, me too. I'm on the job. I've cleaned up my act as well. But
I see you're still wearing the vestments of your calling.
of course, always dedicated to Buffett.
Yes.
Sure.
I'll have
the
you know,
group knows
I've
is
changed
moved.
my ways, one day at a time and all.
Sure. Well, I won't ask you to catch up over a drink later then.
Indeed, there is no alcohol allowed in this prison.
Is that a Marta thing?
That is my ruling. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay. This is your house. I like it. I like what you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. It's great
We
to
can
see
have
you
a
again.
professional discussion over tea later, if you wish, with the
Fair enough.
company of others.
With what?
With the company of others.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
I just,
What?
old habits and all that. I just get,
I'm not gonna. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I love everything that just happened.
She goes,
I can't be
Doctor-
alone in a room with
Thorf, I suppose if you're escorting this doctor, please join us. I'll take you on a tour of the facilities that you'll be using for your procedures.
Right. Yeah. What's the status of the prisoners here? Is anyone in need of attention? Is there any current things, issues going on?
We've had a small case of, politely put the runs going through the guards lately, so I am blaming it on the cooks, but I cannot pin it on any particular item. So, yes, we have some medical need at the moment.
Okay. Well, I brought some. I think I got a Pepto-Bismol in there, and I got a bunch of cheeseburgers too. So maybe we can get like a round of that for the guards, and maybe that'll help them out. It's very nourishing.
It'd probably be against. She roll persuasion.
5.
5. Yeah. She goes. No, I'm afraid that's not going to be acceptable. We have a very stringent menu at our facility.
It gives your guards the runs. Okay, don't fix problems. That's fine. Where are we off to next?
Okay. She escorts you to the. Let me. She escorts you all down the hall. And brings you to over here, R4 in my world.
What? Oh,
in the hidden DM map, we're in R4.
Yeah. This chamber contains a dozen beds. There's cabinets along the north wall, which hold enough medical supplies to assemble 20 healers kits. She looks around and says, "I believe this is everything that you'll be needing. If there's anything further you require, please let us know, and we'll do our best to acquire it for you."
Sure. Well, we just have to get everything together and then do kind of like a check. We need to check the, do like a status of all the prisoners and the guards as well. Just do like a general wellness visit for everyone, and then we'll, deal with whatever comes up.
Yeah. Any particular cases of stress of the runs, as you said?
Right.
Any
All
particular,
the questions,
particularly bad cases?
She signals to one of the guards and says, "Sure, I can have one of the guards escort one of you to discuss with our staff, essentially, if you want to look into that. We'll be bringing in... you can stay in this area. There's a few beds that look better than the patient's beds, so the doctor and crew... This is more than she expected, but there's 2 beds in here that are more like residence beds for residents.
Okay.
That could serve the doctor and his assistant for temporary placement.
Sure.
Or permanent beds, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're ready to get to work. It's been a long journey here.
She says, "Well, Thorf, how long are you planning on staying? Are you simply escorting these professionals to the
here? Yeah,
here?
basically. Yeah, it was kind of... I got hooked up with Lord's Alliance and all that. It's also kind of part of my... I'm kind of on this like a journey to help out 10 towns, the rhyme, the blizzard.
Oh.
Trying to help that out, kind of. And so
Okay.
this
I see you're
going
still
perfectly with that.
spreading your word and spreading the good of Buffett.
Yeah, in kind of a different way these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Less self-indulgent, kind of.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
We threw a couple ragers back in the day, but
Oh yeah, crazy times.
good times, right? But we've all moved on.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll want to direct all the intestinal questions to the doctor.
Right. Of course.
If I would be, if you got any kind of any kind of evil or maybe kind of spiritual issue going on with the prisoners or guards, then I can take a look at that and see if I can
She thinks about it for a moment and says, "I do not at the moment. We will be having, if you wish to sit on an absolution council, I'm sure that your experienced view on judgment would be welcome for perhaps persuading one of our members of the council to
want me to sit
look
on the
good
council.
side."
Wow. Promotion. What I'd like to do is just kind of talk to the prisoners one-on-one, get a general sense.
You may not talk to a prisoner one-on-one. You may talk with a representative present.
Not in private. In the general area, just through the bars, as a guard would.
We do not allow that. You may meet with a
Mm.
prisoner, with a representative present, and you may meet essentially the meeting room down here. It can be arranged for one of the counselor representatives to be present with a prisoner.
Okay.
Or,
Well,
or
this
an
is going to
actors
take some
in council.
time then. You sure do run a tight ship here, Marta. I appreciate that's about you.
Says, well, we've all grown. And she steps out. She also would direct you to, you can take one of the beds down here, one of the chambers, since there's not enough in the hospital area. And you are not, while you are with the doctor's party, you are not necessarily participating in the doctoring. Sam, what is your character doing? I'm trying to...
Go down there.
My character has been trying to stay very quiet because he knows he's not good at talking, and just kind of trying to become like the wallpaper, like just crossed arms, mercenary look, just off to the side. That being said, as soon as all employees who work for the jail are out of the room, I will start investigating what supplies we have and see if I can A, make any makeshift weapons out of it, or like a shank, and B, like, just generally what resources do I have at my disposal.
Okay. Yeah, you have essentially what would be a small dagger that would be the doctor's scalpel on you in this room. There's the doctor's scalpel, there's some medical supplies, but by and large, there may be some poultices, some herbal mixes, things of that nature.
All right.
Yes, you do have a single scalpel that you could potentially use.
All right, yeah, I'll keep the scalpel on me, but I'm not going to openly wear it, obviously. I'm going to try to hide it.
Okay, so she kind of expects you to stay with the doctors, since you seem to be in personal escort, separate from Thor.
And that is the plan. I plan on sticking with wherever Red or Tuyu decide to go, unless I'm explicitly told that they need to go by themselves, in which case I will hang back.
Okay.
The medical supplies here. The medical supplies that are in front of me. I just tell them, everybody else in the room. Well, Thorf is still here, right?
Well, I mean, if she's leaving and she said I could go check out the other stuff, I'll probably tell you guys I'm going to break off and see what I can see.
Okay. While Thorf is doing that, I just start looking at the medical supplies, and I have the poisoner's kit. I have the poisoner's feet. Can I make some poison with this? I've held off on it because I need like 50 gold of like stuff to do it, and I don't have that. Could I offset that cost with what's here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Awesome.
There's enough concoctions and you know, every poison is a medicine. It's just the amount of dosage. So yeah, you could totally make a intentional poison in the form of a nondescript medicine.
Great. I'd have though. If I had it, then I could just make that. Yeah, it just says I can make. It doesn't have a time frame on how long that takes, but it just says I can create that.
I'm gonna say that
I can create up to. I
if
can
you guys
create
can
up
keep
to
up
3.
your charade, you have the amount of time, potentially weeks. But,
okay.
Like.
Could I also, in this time, and they talk about the runs, can I make like a diuretic, like a try and make some kind of actual medicine that would flush someone's system of
You're going to make it worse?
a few hours later, not hours, maybe a few minutes later, moments, one of the guards comes in and says, "Oh, are you the doctor?"
Yes, we are the medical team.
I've got it. I've got a medical issue. I can't. I've been on the privy all day. I can't. It's been hell.
This is gross.
Mr. Goodberry, what were you thinking?
Before the guard came in, I was going to suggest prepping, prepping the rest of them as like normal healers kits, but I'm not going to say that with the guard in the room. What I'm going to do is I go, here, lay down a bit. Professor Crimson will get right to work. I try to, as relaxingly possible, put him in the patient bed.
Okay. He does so.
One of the steps in, if you do actually have, really bad diarrhea, part of that sometimes is your body is trying to get rid of it, get rid of something.
Yeah.
And it's just having a problem doing it. And in some cases they'll just prescribe you a diuretic that will just immediately flush everything out and clear your system. And before they start, and if that doesn't work, then you'll...
He says, "I've been flushing everything out for days. It's been running through the guards like crazy. Something's going on."
Well, if it's not magical, then it sounds like we need to determine if it's either magical or if it's some kind of infection or bug that's going around. Bug could be something from the bug could be caused by food, diet, or just mold, environment. But if it's magic, that means that it has something to do with this.
Doctor,
weird
are you saying I ate a bug?
Could I do a medicine check to look for signs of infection?
Sure.
13.
You do not see anything untoward. He looks very pale, and is sweating and clutching his stomach.
I don't see any outward signs of infection, but I'm not the expert here. You are.
Hold on. Before I do medicine check, is it? Okay, I have with the hunter class that I have, I do have advantage on trying to find out things about where is it? About Fey fiends. Fey fiends are undead. Can I see if it's a magical thing, a magical issue that this guy's dealing with?
You sense
I think it's Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah, you sense no magical means of harm.
All right, then can I do a medicine check to try and figure out what's up then?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's...
We'll get your
medicine would be higher than... 14.
14? Putting it together, you're guessing that this is dietary based.
Okay. In that case, you just need... Well... Oh crap! If it's dietary based, if there's something with the food and they have and they are still eating the thing that's fucking them up, that would just keep on going. He's just gonna stay like this until we figure out what's going on in the kitchen.
Until we save Tuyu's brother. Let's focus on the mission.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy's in the room. I don't give a
GI.
sorry, that's me going off of other stuff. I could care less about any of these people. I'm not trying to.
You seem pretty invested in their
That's
diarrhea.
because
The
I am.
doctor took
That's
over.
because Davey is playing the character, Professor
Someone who's
Simon
invested in
Crimson,
diarrhea.
DDF. My God, these people need help.
DDS.
It's,
You're a dentist.
you took an oath.
Do you say the
Tim?
stuff about the dietary being the problem out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in. Wait, I was gonna do a disguised voice. So, like, doctor, shouldn't they like stop eating the food if it's making them like sick?
Nurse, please. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to save this man. If you would please let me think. Now they should probably stop eating.
Oh, so you do this kind of gaslighting, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm playing the role of a doctor.
Yeah.
That's what doctors do to nurses.
Yeah, whatever. I did the
back
exact same thing last
momentarily,
week. Talked all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, this is a bad thing that I'm doing.
Right.
It's a thing doctors do.
I'll be back momentarily, Professor Crimson.
Okay.
Of course.
I'm
My
gonna head to the mess hall, if that's acceptable. Actually, I'll ask the nearest guard. Hey, sir, can you direct me to the mess hall?
Yeah, he escorts you down. He escorts you down the hall.
What the heck?
Phew. And
I've been in the mess hall for like 5 minutes.
and
What the fuck?
You see Thorf, who's been in the mess hall for a while. Nuval, who's also been in the mess hall. You see 2 individuals you don't know. And you see cooks kind of. There's a couple guards having lunch. Yeah.
Nuval is trying to get Jill to open up about her past for a spotlight in the paper.
Jill's just like. Jill is kind of sitting there at a table, like eating her food, and is like, you know what the worst thing about this place is? You can't drink. There's no alcohol. I'd kill for some drinks. I would absolutely, but that damn warden's, it's her problem. I don't know why we all have to suffer for it.
Well, I wouldn't be much of a cleric of Bufford if I didn't overhear this conversation. And I think I can help you out. I'm Forth. What are your 2 strangers' names that I'm learning right now?
I am Maximilian Goodberry. You can just call me Max.
Well, Max, everybody knows we came here together, so you I know. But this other blue gentleman and the lady, I don't know. And so I was just wondering if I could learn their names now.
I am Nuval. I am a reporter here writing a story on the prison itself, also trying to do some spotlights on the kind souls who dedicate their lives to justice up here.
Oh, the council members. Yeah, sure. Great to meet you for the first time, Nuval. This guy over here is Max Goodberry.
I overheard.
I'm Forth. We came with a medical shipment, so I'm just kind of hanging out.
She sighs deeply and says, listen, if you don't have any whiskey, then honestly, I don't care where you're from.
Okay, well now whiskey, you're gonna have to work with me a little bit. I can get you some tequila.
She kind of glances around and lowers her voice and says, did you say tequila?
Said margaritas.
She goes, you give me some of that stuff, and I'm gonna owe you a big, big favor. I hate being up here. This place is hell. I would die for a drink.
Well, you're not gonna die if I give you a drink, right?
No, that's actually
Okay.
what I need.
Okay.
She
I
she
feel like
said,
this is information you don't want a reporter overhearing, so I'm gonna go walk away.
she goes, I could care less.
Nuval, you don't have to write every single thing that you hear down on
Yes,
the
I
paper.
do.
Nuval,
That is
please,
journalistic integrity.
Scratch that
Everything
out.
gets written down.
scratch out what I said. Okay, listen. Off the record. All alcohol talk is off the record. Nuval, we are on a mission. Stop it. Just be cool for 2 seconds, okay? Just off the record.
She goes, what are you whispering to that stranger that you just met?
What? Who are you talking to? Who's talking to me?
It's Jill. But anyways, okay.
I'll turn to whoever said that, if it was the guard or Jill, and be like, confession. It's a thing clerics occasionally do.
Yeah, I'm trying to help people out. You've got your issues. He's got his own private issues. All right, I'm gonna take a look at this room she said I could use, and go in here and make 45 pounds of hamburgers and 10 gallons of margaritas.
Can we talk?
And like,
Can we talk real quick about that?
wait, what?
Well, okay, first, how long does that take to do? Secondly,
It's instantaneous, but I just find it funny you're going into my room to do that, or in any room in general.
Well, there's no alcohol allowed here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
She said
No,
I
that
can
makes
use one of
sense.
these
It's
rooms,
just
right?
hilarious to
you
hear
can use that room.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought that was my... Okay, the room she was talking about for me. I find a room for myself. I stay here, whatever. It's like an action. Third level spell.
Okay.
I have margaritas.
Jill walks in behind you.
Oh, whoa,
says-
hey.
Says, if
Careful,
you got
lady.
alcohol, give
Can
it to
we
me
be
now.
a little more discreet, please?
Well, come on. Like anyone cares
Come on
here.
yourself. Hey, listen. Go get a couple cups and some lids and straws from the mess hall, okay?
Okay. She
Come back
she
here.
takes off and does that. She comes back. She's got her cups and things, and she says, "Okay, I've got it. Let's party."
Yeah, let's make a couple cups. Okay, however many cups, lids, and straws she has, I'm gonna make that many drinks. And so I've just got I'm a regular drink. She's got a regular drink. And I bring some other regular drinks out for whoever else is
Yeah,
in the
you
mess
guys
hall.
both have red cups.
Oh God, this reminds me of class in
She goes,
college.
No,
wait,
they
wait,
have-
hold on.
yeah.
How much you make? We can't take that out into the mess hall. If any of the guards see it, they'll report it to the warden. I don't know if you know, but the warden has a very serious drinking problem.
No, you were just telling. Look, we have lids and straws. It's regular drink. It's just
Okay,
juice.
we can take it out, but we cannot. You can't share this with anyone else, right? If the
what
warden
if I just tell them it's in here?
if the warden hears about this, she'll slip into one of her episodes. Last time that happened, the whole place was turned into basically a shit show.
I thought that was going on now.
What? Oh, that's really funny. That's really
come
gross and really funny, but
Listen, I wouldn't worry about the warden if I was you, okay? Let me handle the warden. And I'm gonna go out there with my cup and tell Nuval, Max, and this other guy that I've made them all drinks that are special, and they're in my room.
the other guy, do you hand a drink to him?
No, I just tell them there's special drinks in my room.
Because,
Fruit juice.
excuse me, I am not about to go into your room, and I would be very appreciative if you stay out of my room.
Absolutely, I didn't say anything like that. Have a good day, sir.
Because, by the way, we'll be. He looks at Jill and says, "Jill, we have a counselors meeting in about 1 hour. What are you doing? Are you ready?" And Jill's like, "Yeah,
She's
I'm
getting there.
ready."
Oh right, she's been sober for a while. This one drink's gonna. Oh yeah.
By the way,
I'm
she
going
already
to
drank that
ask-
one drink and is like going back to your room for the second one.
Oh no.
I'm going to ask Voss. You said a counselor's meeting. Is this
Yes.
private information that you would all discuss in there, or can I sit in as the reporter?
You being press, I suppose that you can have some degree of access. You may sit and take notes. In fact, it's kind of nice having someone to record our decisions. Normally we have to all write it down and gather our notes together later, but having someone else do it makes things a lot easier for telling what happened previously.
Is this a meeting with a prisoner?
Yes. It'll actually be
which
3 prisoners that we'll be reviewing. 2 new ones and 1 old one.
Okay. I'd like to sit in on this too. I'm trying to get into,
Yes.
trying to find some way
Sir,
to do some
this
kind
is a
of check
meeting
on the
for
prisoners.
very important people only. Counselors only.
Loser.
I don't believe you've been invited. You are not a counselor,
have
sir.
by the warden, Jill. You
Oh,
need to
no.
chill, Jill.
No,
on
that
your
was
drinks,
Voss.
I guess.
No,
This is Voss.
no, it's not Jill saying that.
It's
Oh.
Voss.
Jill
Jill is getting trashed down in the corner.
Sir, I don't. I
She
don't
gives
think
you a
you've got
thumbs
all
up,
the
like.
information.
Jill's Liddy Two Titty.
Sir, I don't think you have all the information. We're part of the medical team. I know the
I
warden
think I know why Jill was sent to the north.
was invited here, and yeah, I think I will sit on that council, like I said.
Do you guys know? So, do you guys know the mother from Arrested Development?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm picturing. A younger version of her is Jill.
Yeah, she was pretty wild when she was younger. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
It's the same mom from Archer too, right?
Yeah, the same
Yeah.
actress, but
In more ways than one, really. Not
yeah,
just the
almost,
same actor.
Yeah.
almost interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
pretty
means
much.
It's also the mother of our friend in the other campaign.
Ha
Yeah.
But specifically, it says that Jill has a habit of deeply sighing when her patience is tested. She likes to give others the benefit of a doubt, however, and perhaps acts as a dissent and votes yes on releasing more often than not because she believes that no one deserves to be locked up here, herself included.
Hell yeah.
A deep sigh and eye roll while sipping a margarita is just that whole character.
It's very Jill. Okay.
Me and Newball want to sit on the meeting.
All right.
Sit in.
They begin heading out. You see that there's a change of guards. 1/3 of the guards begin to head up to the guards' room over here. They change out, and all the guards kind of switch positions. I'm gonna say that it's the same day you all arrived. You all came here early in the morning. It's actually a very busy day for what's happening. And they head up to the tower. They head up to the chambers over here. To you. One of the guards comes and approaches you and says, "Ma'am, you're the assistant to the doctor?"
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Oh no, I couldn't hear you.
Now I can.
Yeah, now.
Yeah,
I can.
now
Okay. I say, yeah, I'm like totally the assistant.
Oh.
got returned.
We ask that you please come with me and take a look at the prisoners, just to do a quick routine check. It's usually a formality, but we just want to make sure none of the prisoners are experiencing the same symptoms as the guards.
Scary prisoners. Are you gonna like be with me the whole time?
Don't worry, ma'am. We're professionals.
Oh, thank you.
He escorts you out, and you.
I grab his arm.
Oh, he goes. Never fear, ma'am. He escorts you out, and you begin doing rounds. Your first round is an old lady who's sitting in a cell, and he says, he waves her over. She approaches, and he says, he asks that you please conduct a quick medical exam. Go ahead and roll medicine check.
Okay.
What is your medicine level?
+2.
Nice.
I like how everybody but the cleric is doing medicine checks.
That's a 14.
Okay.
I'm a doctor.
Okay.
Cleric.
She looks old, but she seems to be in good condition. Now, go ahead and with that, I'll just say that you use that same medicine check to kind of go around the room. Everyone approaches the bars. You see a drow, a woman, spellcasters. They all walk up. They seem to be fine as you go around. He announces the prisoners' numbers as they all approach. Prisoner 142, step forward. Prisoner 362, step forward. You make your way around the room. Some of them are scary. Some of them are more dangerous looking than others.
What's up with that dwarf?
Prisoner 83. He is a spy convicted of espionage, serving a 10-year sentence. And has served 2 of them so far. And he looks miserable.
Poor guy.
You go around, everyone looks miserable. And then you make your way to prisoner 23.
23.
237. Prisoner 237, step forward. And it's a young person with violet eyes who steps forward and says, "Yes, what is it? What can I do? What is this?" It says, "Medical check. Please step forward." He goes, "All right," and he approaches the you recognize him to be your brother. He does not recognize you currently.
Oh my god, this one is like totally sick. We gotta check him out more.
The guard looks at you and says, "This one, he always looks like this. Do you think it's a metal? Do you think it's infectious?"
It could be. We'd have to get the doctor to say for sure. I'm just a nurse.
Go do that. I'll be done in just a bit. He was, "You are the nurse." Okay.
Hello,
Nurse.
He goes, "Well, let's see. This one is set for a council meeting in just a few minutes, but maybe we can get him to the medical bay quickly." He signals over 2 more guards who come from the guard room, and they say, "All right, prisoner escort." He says, "Excuse me, ma'am. I'll need you to step back while we escort this prisoner out." Okay. The door slides down. You step back. This prisoner steps forward, and 3 guards begin taking him into the medical bay. Back upstairs. Over here. One of the prisoners is let out and brought upstairs. It is a new prisoner that rode in on the caravan that you all came with. The warden steps out of her chambers and sits at the center seat of the long table. She signals to Thorf to take one of the empty seats. She sees Nuval in the corner. He's taking notes of the proceedings. And she also, you see the, let's see here. Oh yeah. You see the warden suddenly, her back sits up straight and she goes, wait a second. Hold on, I know that smell. What is... She looks over at Jill and goes, Jill, what's going on? And Jill goes, what do you mean, what's going on? I'm doing my job, right? This is my job, my job.
Oh no.
She goes, Jill, I don't mean to be rude, but have you been drinking? Let's see what Jill rolls. Jill rolls a
Isn't there
13.
another-
She goes, I've been drinking that shit you've been giving me all week. And she goes,
Oh no.
and Jill sits at the table. She sits at the far end, away from the, not at her normal seat. And you see at the smell of alcohol, you notice that the warden begins to take on a slightly different personality. She goes,
Oh no.
she goes, yeah, she's got a Scottish accent now. Let's see here. Well, let's get this over with.
Oh my god.
Sorry, a little thing came out. Sorry, you know what, alcohol has an effect on me. Let's get this on with.
Are we missing somebody?
Yes. Thank you.
The dragon fellow.
The dragon comes up the stairs and goes, I see we have new visitors. He smells the air
Howdy.
and says, alcohol, and then sits down.
It's just my scent. Sorry.
You
can I
smell like alcohol.
Thank you. You smell like a dragon? Jesus.
Thank you.
I'm fourth,
Thank
by the way. Can I tell what's wrong with Marta? Like, is she?
Roll history.
Okay. Guess who's proficient in history? 15. No, 16.
16. Okay. Marta Marthanis, as you knew her in her younger days, she, when around you, liked to drink. And when she would drink, it would get to a point that she would take on almost a completely different personality. Where she would become, and by the way, guys, this is actually, this is not me just making this up for Thorf's thing. This is actually in the book, which is great.
Oh, this is so good.
She has a calm, unflappable disposition, typically.
There's all kinds of stuff in this thing.
She wears a red, and I'm going to describe her real quick for you. She wears a red robe with gold trim and keeps a ring with 7 tiny keys hanging from it in one pocket. She disappeared for a time. Her days of crazy partying led her down a pretty dark path at one point, and suddenly she disappeared. And you just didn't know. She just disappeared. She was gone. She reemerged later as kind of a new person, and was strictly straight edge, no longer drinking. When she does drink, you get the feeling that inside of her is almost like a completely different person who takes control of her. And it usually lasts about however long she's drinking. And she takes on a different accent and almost begins to refer to herself as a third person, as if she's not herself. So this is what has led her to the point of saying there is no alcohol allowed in her vicinity.
So this condition that she's in, would you say that she is poisoned by the alcohol?
While under its control, the warden can't cast her prepared spells, speaks only Dwarvish, or in a Dwarvish accent, and occasionally becomes moody and temperamental, though never resorts to violence without good cause.
So if I wanted to cast lesser, it's like it should have a T in lesser, but it's not. Can I cast lesser restoration on this woman and fix this condition?
No. You, off the top of your head, you don't know. You don't know what how to fix it. It would not be. Right. That is not the case.
I know that I can't do that. Okay.
Therapy?
We don't have all day.
Yeah. And
what about?
Oh no! That's not something we're gonna. That's not a thing for us to solve.
Thorf is like, I am not a therapist.
Yeah.
There's no therapy in fantasy. It's just magic.
Okay.
What's a better therapist than a journalist? You tell them all your secrets, and then everybody knows it.
Okay.
That's... Whoa, what?
Heading back down, the three guards escort Mr. Niso, that's his name, thank you, Tuyu, into the hospital, and he's put to a bed with two guards on either side. There's a guard standing outside and a guard currently in a patient's bed.
I am going to use my
Sam, can I be in
psychic
that
whisper.
room?
Sam can be in there as well. You use psychic whisper.
I can choose up to 3 creatures I see, so it's going to be Miso, Sam, and Davy. I'm going to say, told you I'd be back, big brother. Hi, everyone. This is my big brother. Or big by 5 minutes, but, you know.
You see Niso's eyes widen, and you hear him whisper in his mind. She goes, "Little sister, is that you?"
Yep, back. I'm back. To save you, hopefully, and not get killed.
It's gonna be pretty
and you see
though.
Niso outside of telepathic, he coughs and goes, "Yeah, I got the consumption, Doc."
Yeah, Doc, this guy's like totally sick. You should check him out. He might be the cause of all this illness that's going around.
Professor Crimson,
Well, let's-
I back into him.
Yes, Goodberry.
I think you should definitely check out this patient. Your expertise are way better than mine. And if the nurse is concerned, I think we should all be concerned.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
Concur.
For going around. I concur, nurse. I concur, and I'm proud that you went out and saw all of those patients by yourself. All you can do is be brave enough to
Scary.
get out there. I know, but you were brave. All you can do is be brave enough to get out there. Fought, loved, lost. Walk tall.
Or
Sorry, I'm looking up Grey's Anatomy lines. I'm deep into character now.
Okay.
Jesus,
Niso,
this show is terrible.
Niso is like
God.
looking at you with like he's got one eyebrow cocked and is like, "Doctor?"
I think we're
Yeah.
close to the scrubs.
Yes. Don't worry. We're going to do everything we can. Hold on. I've
Yes.
been looking at... here, take this. health potion, and I give him one of my poisons
Okay.
to fuck with it. Oh no, I already made a diuretic that will like just did I have time to make that?
Yeah.
In addition to the poisons?
Yeah. Let's say.
Yeah, I go ahead and give him that and say it's a healing potion
Okay.
to actually make him
One of the
sick.
guards comes over, takes it from your hand, puts his hand around the prisoner's neck, forces him to open his mouth, and pours the diuretic down his throat, and says, "All right."
All right, if he has any. All right, so that's a healing potion, but it also has some it also has some magic in it that will show any some green marks will show up on his arm to show if there's any real problem.
Okay. The Niso looks at you and goes, "Doc, is there any side effects to this?"
No, there shouldn't be. If he's reading my mind, I'll just say "Oh, you're gonna fucking shit yourself very badly
He goes,
in a couple of seconds."
he goes, "Oh,
But
no."
out loud, I'm just like, "No, it's just a healing. It's like a healing solution."
Okay, so Niso's expression doesn't look any more relaxed as his eyebrows knit tighter, and he gets a worried grimace on his face, but he nods. The guards roughly pick him up and say, "Doctor's orders," and they escort him out, and you hear him say, if his mind, he telepathically says, "Thank you, Tuyu. I'll be waiting for you." And they throw him in the cage, and you can tell he's probably going to have about 10 minutes before he's going to be completely evacuating his bowels.
Gross.
I'll tell him I'll tell Tuyu to tell him make a lot of noise.
Okay, I tell him.
If we can play up like he's like the cause, you were right in that if we play up he's the cause of this,
That's
we
perfect.
can get him alone, isolated, maybe even get discharged out of here.
Or if he plays sick and I was gonna say if he plays sick enough, I could do some. I don't know. Maybe I
Okay.
could get in there and do something.
Back up in the tower up here. They bring a prisoner forward. She steps in front of the table. They announce that the prisoner has. This one is doing time for she is a famous adventurer who is convicted of reckless endangerment and is serving a 5-year sentence. She is on year 4 and is up for review for release. They review the terms of her case. She was trying to save a village from a dragon, but accidentally led the dragon to a orphanage where it burned down the orphanage, and is serving 5 years here until, but is up for release on good condition, on good behavior. It goes around the room. Jill says, no, we start with the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn says, "You will serve your sentence." Shut up, Siri. The Dragonborn says, "You've committed a crime, you will serve your sentence. Adventurer or not, intent or not, morals or not, you have committed a crime and will serve." And he bangs a gavel down and says, "No release."
I feel like some of those should matter. Intentions are not morals. Morals be damned. Law be damned. You're
Because
all right.
The law is written in stone. The intent does not matter. It is the actions that happened and the consequences. This is her consequence. Although he says that to the air, since he's replying as if someone said that to him. Okay, Thorf, they look at you.
You want to know what I think?
The warden nods.
Well, get released, you gonna do it again?
The prisoner looks at you, says, I never meant to. The orphans, I never meant to. The dragon was coming, and I.
All right, it's been like 4 years. Just chill, okay? Are you going to do it again when you get out?
Adventuring? No, never again.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I might start work at an orphanage.
I like that. Are you gonna do any adventuring?
Within the confines of the orphanage, no.
I don't think you should ever adventure ever again because you're bad at it and you destroyed an orphanage. You should work at an orphanage for the rest of your life and never have anything to do with dragons again.
Okay.
No offense.
She's none taken. It goes. The warden nods and says, "Well, Thorf, it looks like you've grown a bit. I like to see that."
I have a +4 to wisdom.
Goes to Voss. Voss says, "While I agree with the sentiment of Mr. Thorf, of Mr. Saltshaker,
That's right.
I have to disagree with his reasoning. Just because someone has done something once doesn't mean that they won't do it again on behalf of their word. Secondly, her punishment, the lives of all those children and the cost of that orphanage is to be taken into account. Her punishment is deserved, and he says no. He gives a thumbs down.
Who does?
Voss.
Oh, the warden isn't doing it?
The warden is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Jill goes...
Say pfft when he says that.
Yeah, Jill goes... Released. And then the warden looks at her and says, can we get some verdict reasoning for your verdict? And Jill goes, she's got nice cheekbones. And the warden goes, she looks to you, Thorf, and says, Thorf, I like your take on this. I think that everyone has a second chance. Clearly, you and I are both examples of this, and I think that you've really grown from our old ways, and I hope that you know, I hope that we can grow together someday, maybe. And she says, with that, I would like to release the prisoner. And she bangs the gavel, and it is a 3-2 vote, and the prisoner is released.
What's your reasoning for wanting to let her go? That ass is fat.
Thick.
Newell is going to chime up and say, Warden, I have a bit of a concern. I was led to believe that Revel's End was for like the most dangerous prisoners, but that just seemed like a tragic person who had a horrible accident one day and is probably doing more torture to herself than any prison could ever do.
She says, while we are not the ones who convict her, I'm sure the judges of the land are the ones who convict her. We are the ones who determine whether their punishment has been served.
Yeah, but wouldn't a prisoner like that have been better suited to a normal standard cell within like Waterdeep or something? There was nothing extremely like threatening to the Lord's alliance of that action.
She goes, she says that while I understand your concern, there are times when political matters come into play, and some prisoners are admittedly less dangerous than others. However, they are sent here to serve time for their actions that they have taken, and we are not, again, the ones who determine whether they are guilty or not. We are simply determining whether they have served their sentence.
Was she tried in the same town where the orphanage burned down?
Probably.
Yeah,
That makes a
that'll
lot of
do it.
sense.
High body count. High body
You should
count.
write
in the
that.
place
You
where
should
it
write all
happened.
that in your story, Eva.
You know, it's going in my story. I appreciate the work that the counselors are doing here, and that was a just decision, even for the decisions to not release. But it was weird for her to have been to sit here in the first place. So I'm going to have to see if the newspaper will investigate her actual story outside of this area.
Okay.
Good idea.
They take a break and they dismiss. You see Jill kind of she rolls out of her seat, rolls to a stand, and goes down the stairs kind of like a rag doll. Not falling, but just barely catching herself as she takes steps down. He goes, "I'll see you all later." Voss stands up, thanks the warden, and looks to you, Thorf, and says, "It is nice to have a new perspective, but I ask that you please keep yourself aware of what we are trying to accomplish here. We are trying to make sure that justice is served." And he says, "Thank you for your time, and your opinion, your devoutness is appreciated." And he walks down.
Dick.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Dragonborn says, he says, "Peace out," and he walks down. Okay.
I did make small notes of the meeting. I wasn't sure how this meeting structure was going to go, and the last thing I wrote was, "K, new visitors, alcohol. Let's get this over with. Dwarf, that's just my scent. K, you smell like alcohol? Dwarf, you smell like a dragon."
It's
I did
just
the whole stenographer thing. It
it's
was
just
fun.
the warden.
That was awesome.
The warden looks to you, Nuval, and says, "Nuval, if you would mind, you can stay, but I would prefer if you discontinue taking notes."
Oh, good luck, lady. I've been barking up that tree for a while.
As a personal, it's a personal request. I need to speak with Thorf.
will head down and let you have time.
Oh, she says, no, that's fine. I do need someone to be present. It's just not.
Oh, okay.
You all
Well,
don't.
just
you
say the
don't know
magic
each
words
other-
of off the record.
Yeah, since you don't know each other, it's just the wardens are not allowed to meet with individuals outside of the prison alone. It's simple rules.
Unfortunate. Well, nah, I'll say that.
And she looks to you, Thorf, and says, "So, yeah, I see you've changed. You've really grown. Used to be that you would try and sneak drinks into parties and dangerous places and just get drunk and have fun, but I see you've really kind of grown as a person."
Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff kind of more. Any of that kind of stuff anymore.
She goes, "That's great. I gotta say, part of me really misses it, but, you know, the other part of me is, we glad that we moved on. And I want to ask you,
Well, we all got lots of parts.
yeah, have you found anyone?
What?
Have you met anyone? Anyone else, I mean, besides in the time that we've been gone?"
I've met lots of people. I've done a lot of meeting people. We've been hanging out. Why have you not met anyone since
No,
you met me?
No, it's just really I've focused on my career. I met
Right.
with a group of folks who have stronger convictions than most, and they really turned my life around. They really helped me to see the greater good. And
Really?
I just want to say thanks for, we had a great time. I'm happy. I see you've changed. I'm glad that you've changed for the better. You're no longer a to be crass, you're no longer a party animal, a drunken misfit.
Well, we all have different parts. I'm just kind of using a different one now.
She goes, "Oh, by the way, just
A little bit.
avoid Jill. She's
The water in the fridge I can grab if that's okay.
avoid Jill. She's just a bit.
Wait, no?
She reminds me of my younger self."
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I got you. What's that group you were talking about? Was it the Lord's Alliance?
She goes, roll persuasion.
Let me go.
Or just, maybe just a straight charisma, honestly.
Well, it doesn't matter because, yeah, it doesn't matter because I fucking failed.
Okay. She goes, I'm not quite comfortable telling you that. Not with another person who I'm not sure if they're taking notes or not.
Oh no, he's not.
I'm
off
sketching
the record.
in my journal a little picture of a dwarf with horns and a tail. This is party animal.
I peek over and I like it. I smirk at it.
Um,
Nuval, off the record. See, you're good to go.
Okay. And she goes, anyways, and she puts her hand on your hand and says, thanks, dwarf. You know, that prisoner, really, she didn't deserve this, and I know that, but your vote broke the tie, and I was moved by your decisions.
Marta, are you okay? I think your vote broke the tie.
Well, normally, if we didn't have 4 people here, it would just be 2 votes for no, 1 vote for yes every time. But you being here and on the council as a holy man helped to make a tiebreaker, essentially. I broke the
Alright.
tie, but you made the tie.
Good.
All right.
Sure, Marta.
She goes, I think that's all for today.
I thought you were going to do 3.
We are going to do 3. I think we'll do the next one tomorrow. Everyone needs a little bit of rest, I
gotcha.
think.
I got you. Sure.
And,
Okay. Well, I should probably check on my team.
Yeah, go
I've been kind of away from them for a while. Should see how it's going.
go ahead and do that. I'll be in my office taking notes of just handling paperwork.
Okay.
Warden.
Nuval, you want to come with me?
Sure. I would gladly like to interview the new people, but I wanted to ask the warden a question. real quick.
Sure, I'll go downstairs.
What's up?
The seaside over by the port, is the fish good there? Because I honestly can't eat this food anymore. I've only had 1 day of it, and it's already making me sad.
She goes, if you can handle the cold, yeah, you can do some fishing.
My people are used to the extreme cold of the deep parts of the ocean, so that's why I'm small. We're compressed and live in cold waters.
Gotcha. She gives you thunder guns and says, cool.
Tight.
All right.
Yeah.
I might go fishing later by
Okay.
jumping into the water and stealing food.
All right, so I think that's going to wrap up the day. Everyone can meet together and discuss if you wish. The counselors head back to their chambers. Jill tries to get into your chamber, Thorf, but the door's locked.
Was she what?
She tries to get back into your chamber, but the door's locked, and she heads back to her room.
Was I in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
She wanted more margaritas. If you left it open, you might have come back to no margaritas.
I mean, I did pretty much offer it to everybody.
You hear the sound of a carriage coming up, and the prisoner who is released is placed on the carriage and taken back to 10 Towns.
Hell yeah. It'd be cool if we meet her again.
I would like to take some time to pull Tuyu aside because I realize this guy itself only has a duration of an hour, and I don't think I've had a lot of face time with various people, so presumably I could just burn through spell slots every interaction I had. Still, Tuyu, do you know how to operate a disguise kit despite your shape-shifting ability?
Maybe? Let me check.
One of the guards passes by
Yes.
your brother's cell and sees a mess. Like, the toilet's just destroyed.
She does not look very good, guard.
I'm gonna but you guys meet and talk, and the guard's going to like just tell your brother, yeah, clean that up.
Jesus. That's how that was gonna go.
Let me roll real quick. Okay. He notices that your brother is turning a shade of green, but he's like, he assumes it's not serious yet.
I am writing these down in my notebook, and I'm saying, is this something that the warden would be concerned with, a prisoner being this sick looking?
He goes, prisoners get sick all the time. It's the guards we have to be careful about.
Can we have like a moment to like gather everybody up and just like talk privately?
Sure.
Just us? Our group?
One of the guards comes by and he peeks his head in the door and says, hey everyone, it's dinner time. If you want to eat, come on down to the mess hall.
Once he goes, just like, as he closes the door, just, all right, we got a little bit of time to talk. All right,
I request from
Why
Tuyu.
did you leave?
I'm going to use my right tool for the job ability to conjure a disguise kit and ask if Tuyu can put the makeup on me to keep the high elf disguise.
Basically, make him pale.
I mean, I guess. Just figured
What's
it
up,
would
guys?
be.
Oh wait, the guard's here.
Yeah, no, I'm doing this when there are no guards. And if there's a guard, I'm just gonna like stick to the wall and try to be stealthy.
Yeah, is that guard leaving? The one that's in the room?
No, he's a patient in bed.
Oh, okay. We'll just put the sheet around him so he can't see.
Okay.
I do that.
Let me roll his constitution. See if he is. Let's just see if he's capable or not. What are these guys? Oh, they're veteran. That's right.
Oh, I put in an IV drip tension bubble to kill him.
What? No!
I'm fucking with you. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, he rolled a 9 constitution, so he's passed out.
Okay.
He's unconscious.
Now I put in an IV drip and put the.
I want to whisper,
I mean, if
whisper
you
to
knew
Red.
how to make him look like he was just died from sickness. But some of these guards are not bad.
I doubt there's actually an IV drip here. Well, I can make one. Actually, I got an alchemist kit. I can make an IV.
Red,
All right, no, let's
what's
not. Why are
going
we
on?
going down this path?
How
Let's
long?
not.
You're getting too deep into character, Doctor.
Simon Zin McSteamy. Sorry, Simon Crimson. Okay.
How's it going, Doctor Crimson? Did we locate the brother? What's going on?
Yes, Tuyu. We did find him, right? That was
Yeah.
okay. All right. What's the plan? I thought making him sick would. I thought maybe if we like make him seem like he's the cause of the sickness,
Yeah.
because everybody here is down with the sickness. Could like
That makes sense.
Thorf, why'd you make that face? What's wrong?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I just said everybody was down with the sickness and
Yeah. What?
nothing.
Where? They don't care that he's sick. How? Tell him.
I mean,
tell him he's
I
got
don't-
a thing.
Yeah, I just want to, before I go ahead with that, is everybody okay with that plan? Just like making it seem like he's the cause of the sickness, but what's the plan after that? What do we do?
Got to get him out. Extraction.
Well, I thought the idea behind your plan was if they put him in quarantine away from all the other prisoners, it would be easier to break out. I thought that was what you were going for.
Yeah, Do
No,
you
his
have?
condition. We got to
Yeah.
get him out of the prison because of whatever thing that is going wrong with him.
You
Like, he can't stay
have-
here. Either we can't take care of him here and he's gonna die. He's like a huge hazard to everybody here.
Do you
If we can
have
scare,
life?
if we
Get
can
him
scare the
sh-
guards with what he's got, then maybe they'll let him out.
Does anybody have
Plus,
false
I'm in
life?
good with the warden.
What?
False life. The spell.
No.
Fuck. All right.
I
One
think the
moment.
cleric might
Sacrilegious.
be able to prepare it, but
Yeah. See, Thorf, check your spell list. See if you can
I don't have false life.
get that. Like if you can.
I don't know. I know what spells I can prepare. It's not a cleric spell.
Sorry. Internet slow. Let me.
All right. Well. All right. Yeah. Let's. I'll talk. I'll talk to them.
False life. I have to prep it though.
Oh.
But yeah, Dr. Crimson, why do you need the false life spell prepared? What's the plan?
Trying to this stuff.
Professor Crimson?
Never mind. That's not the spell I was thinking of. There is a spell actually.
Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Feign death.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's give it a day, make this dude dead, and we'll take him out of here.
You know what they do with dead bodies? Because they could just roll them into an incinerator for all we
But
know.
during
He's
a
gotta be
plague,
true.
during a plague, there are special circumstances for dead bodies.
Precaution.
Yeah, you don't just get rid of it altogether. There's examinations. You do eventually burn it, but there are examinations. There are like you have to go through the morgue and everything. It's
And he's got advantage on charisma saves. Let's do it.
We're the
Let's go eat
medical-
dinner.
Yeah, we're the medical
Prepare
team.
it.
Where do we know where the morgue is?
is there
The morgue is the water.
right? Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Well, I'm gonna touch that guy. How can I get my hands on him?
Let's
He's got to
start.
play really sick. He'll be like, he's close to death, and I'll be like, oh, let me give him his last rites, and then I, kill him, and then oh no, he's dead. Oh, we have to throw him in the water, and then fucking Nuval can catch him in the water. We're gone.
Let's go to that right now. and
speaking of
start-
water, Nuval is fishing right now.
Yeah. See?
I rolled a 19 survival.
Nice. Let's go to that right now and start telling people like to start examining. Think here's my patients. Everybody with. Oh, I know. Like the. Yeah, we could like say. Yeah, there. Is there anything particular? Is there anything particularly strange? Any?
You're breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh, a lot better. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as
We
it
could
gets everything.
say we think one of the prisoners is patient 0.
Right.
And we start examining, we find Tuyu's brother. He's sick right now. Then we bring him into the room, start examining him. You do feign death. And well, we can do that tomorrow. We can do the feign death thing tomorrow,
Right.
but we'll just tell them right now that
Right. We'll just set
we
it
think
up.
one of the let's just talk to them right now
Yep.
and say that and tell them that we're thinking one of the prisoners is patient 0.
Let's set everybody up for it,
Okay.
and they'll be ready. It'll all make sense. He's out of the building. We're good.
The guard comes in and he pokes his head in and says, "Food in the mess hall if you guys are ready for dinner."
Yes, we're on our way.
Yep. So hungry.
Let's go now.
We'll be there momentarily.
Can we not eat that food? I don't
Oh,
want to
I'm
eat
not
that
gonna.
food.
I'm not gonna eat that shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm dipping into
I'll
a
go
ration.
If you
Oh
want.
yeah, we're all
Oh,
gonna
no,
we're all gonna
I'll
meet
eat
up later.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, we'll all meet up later for cheeseburgers.
Okay.
Can you quickly use the disguise kit on me though? Can we just
Yeah.
have that happen? Okay. I mean, DM's discretion, but
How many
Hello?
fishes did I grab while in the water?
You had ate as many as you need to feel full. You do not need to eat normal food.
Cool. I'm gonna go take them to the chef and have him cook it and have him have some too.
Okay.
The one that was complaining about the crappy food.
Okay, great. Let's take everyone down.
Yep.
You step into the kitchen, and one of the cooks comes out, and you have let's say you have 2 fish or something.
Okay. Cool.
2 fish, and he goes, oh, I can do some good stuff with this. This is real food. This is not like the slop that we have to serve every day. Listen, between you and me, this food, don't eat it. He whispers to Nuval. He says,
Yeah.
as a thanks for this, just trust me. Don't eat this food, or better yet, if you do eat the food, just make sure that you don't talk to the head chef about it, right? That guy,
Okay.
you want to avoid him. And then one of the other chefs comes out and sticks his head out and he goes, what's his name? John, you are wasting time. Get in here. He goes, what do you have? You have fish? We do not serve fish. Get in here. And then he goes in. He's still got the fish. He'll eat the fish. He'll cook it himself and eat it later.
Cool.
The head chef walks out with the food, and he walks over to and he serves it to everyone. He plops it on a plate, and hands it to Thorf and says, "Bon appetit. This is our specialty food made just for everyone in the prison.
Made special just for everyone.
Just for everyone. Well, this is what I have a special. We have a special menu for guards because they have their own unique flavors that they like to eat. So this is for new visitors. Here you are." And he hands you. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Or actually, yeah. Okay, I rolled. You guys. Thorf, roll Constitution.
What?
Do
I'm not
you
gonna eat
taste
this
it?
food.
He goes,
What?
"Do you taste it?"
No.
Okay. He goes, "No, please take it. It is not poisonous."
Oh.
The fact that you've said that, the fact that you've qualified this food in such a way, I can't in good conscience eat this.
It is
Thorf,
it
do
is
you
an
have-
expression. It is not weird. I don't know.
Do,
You are insulting the chef.
do you have the
Kinda-
remove poison thing, Thorf?
Uh,
The clerics have?
Aired? No.
No.
You're dwarvish.
But I can. What?
You're
Yeah,
dwarvish.
you are a dwarf.
And
That means
what?
he's
But
safe
So I have
from
advantage
poison
on
from
I
the
don't
poison
even.
checks.
I don't even know why we're discussing this. It is not poisoned. This is my specialty made food
That's the second
I
time
make
you
for
said
visitors.
that.
You are insulting the chef, and you do not want to insult the chef.
Listen, I don't mean to insult you, chef, but we are here as part of a medical team sent to like fix a problem. You got sick guards. You got a special diet for guards.
Yeah.
You got one guy who's about to, I think, bite it in there. He looks real bad. And now you're telling me that there's some third. All you eat is slop. We tried to give you real food just a second ago, and you said no. You care what this is.
We do not
I'm
know.
not going to eat it. Thank you.
I am the head chef. I decide what everyone eats in. And you see the guards, they start going, "Yeah, he's the head chef of shit." And the chef goes, "I am the head chef. I am in control of the kitchen, and I will make sure that everyone is served properly."
Can I attempt to sneak into the kitchen while the head chef is in this argument with Dwarf?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, one moment.
Roll
Oh yeah, I don't have.
stealth.
Shame I don't have my armor. Oh well.
Goddamn shame.
8.
Okay.
It's not very roguelike of you.
Oh my
sir.
God.
You start walking in, and the chef turns around and says, no, employees only.
Oh, my bad. I was curious. My bad. And
You're
then
trying
I'll
to
sit
wander
back
into
down
the
to
kitchen
first
in a
floor.
prison. It does not look good.
Sake. I will just sit down and pretend like I'm just here normally.
I have my notebook out now, and I kind of turn to the head chef and say, "Well, what are you hiding in there?"
It is my kitchen. It is not hiding. It is an employee's own. You don't just walk into the kitchen in a restaurant. It is not normal.
Actually, I do, but I'm a journalist, and I write about all these things. So
And this is prison.
Well,
Can I?
he serves you nouveau and says bon appetit. Oh wait, you ate food. He
yeah,
goes,
I ate my fish outside, and then brought one in for the guys.
do you want to eat?
I'm good. I actually have a special diet I'm required to eat, otherwise it messes with my complexion and stomach.
He goes, you sicken me. Okay.
This
he-
entire cold environment has been kind of hard for this food too, because I have to keep going into the water for it.
He goes, oh, Monsieur Vos, my favorite. And he serves him a big an extra helping of slop, and puts it on Mr. Voss's table. Mr. Voss looks at it, grimaces, but he begins eating it, and he goes, extra serving for my special customer, the best.
My special boy.
Yes, and he goes down the line, and he's just plopping slop on a plate. He serves it to the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn eats it as well, dutifully, in one bite, just one, as if he didn't even notice it. He puts it on Jill, and he goes, on Jill's plate, and he looks at her and goes, you never eat my food. You will waste away. You little person. You will turn into a speck, and you will disappear. And Jill just goes, bleh. And then he turns to you, Sam and Red, who he does not know your actual names, but he gives you plates and says, please eat.
Sure. Yes. Absolutely. I start eating.
Okay. It tastes like the color gray, but you don't
Right.
You don't notice anything untoward about it, other than it's just absolute lack of taste.
Right.
Does this have vitamin C in it? I do not wish to get scurvy again.
Because you get all the vitamin I give you.
Vitamin G.
Take some vitamin MSG, please.
Then he comes back out with a second pot, and he just places the pot on the ground and says, this is for the guards, eat up. I know you like your specialty chili. And it smells really, it's like hot chili, and it smells really good. The scent of the chili, the guards all get around it. They take bowls from it, and they begin eating it.
I
gotta
wanted
get outta
to.
here.
I really wanted to. We've been examining all the. Trying to talk to the warden. Oh, the warden's not here. It's just Jill and the other council.
Yeah, let's see. After a bit, the warden comes down. It's dinner. She typically would have her food sent up to her, but she comes down to join the newcomers and just kind of have like a first dinner.
When she comes in, I'll try and say like, we have been examining the facilities and everything, trying to figure out a reason for this sickness, and we have narrowed it down to causes of individuals. does not seem like a regular just food bug. Let's I feel like this might correlate to specific prisoner. If there's no special cases of any like special prisoners with like special blood or that could like be affecting this environment differently, then I advise that we should like examine all the
There was
all
a
of-
prisoner whose room was just covered in crap, and he looked like he was turning green. The guards didn't
Seriously?
seem to care.
Seriously?
Yeah, that sounds like something needs to be contained.
She goes, "Oh, this is, while alarming, we will address this situation quietly, and I would appreciate it if you all kept this from escalating further. And Doctor, if you would, go ahead. I give you permission to examine the prisoners as you need in their cells. You will have a guard outside of the cell to make sure you're not in any danger. But yes, I will go ahead and give you permission.
If I do deem that one of the prisoners is the cause of this, before I move on to the specific guards, I will request that we bring the guards and the prisoners to the medical room for further examination.
She goes, absolutely. The head chef comes back out for a little bit. And he goes to one of the guards. He goes, I see you did not appreciate my food earlier. I have prepared a special plate for you. Please enjoy. I hope this changes your attitude. And he hands that guard another serving of chili with a little extra seasoning on it. And he goes back in.
I'm good. Tuyu, do you have that psychic link up?
Yeah, sure. It does go away for like 6 hours.
Well, if you do have the psychic link up, I'll telepathically say, sure to get the impression the chef has a hatred of all life in the general vicinity. I think maybe he's poisoning the guards.
Yeah, it does seem like that. I say back in my head.
In the real world, I want to turn to the warden and say, hey, what's the story with the head chef? He didn't seem very friendly to let me into the kitchen to interview everybody.
Pierre, she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been here forever. He's very, just make sure that you stay on his good side. He's very temperamental. If you insult his food, he goes into a little hissy fit, which can last for... basically, if you ever want to get something other than slop, which, take it as you will, you have to just enjoy his food. At the very least, compliment him once in a while.
If the psychic link is still up, can I say a message to everybody?
I think so.
Yeah, it's up. It was Sam, Red, and...
Her thing is different from
brother.
the thing that Sarge had, so I don't know how it works.
You might have to relay it to her, then she relays it to everybody, but...
Yeah, I'll say to Tuyu in the psychic link, hey, the chef is probably the cause of the sickness. Don't question it until we need to assuade people from that thought, so that we can just let the chef be. Let him keep on making people sick, because that will make the case for your brother being the actual cause stronger.
Yo, what the fuck is up with that chef? Am I right?
Damn it.
Yeah.
You giving anybody else like fucking creep vibes?
Yeah.
We should head to bed.
Did you guys see him?
One of the guards turns.
He worries me.
One of the guards walks over and goes,
Yeah.
"Oh man, yeah, I hate that guy. Ever since it's just gotten worse. The food he's giving us is just, I swear, there's something weird about it."
Yeah, it's weird, dude. Aren't you guys all sick? He's giving...
Tuyu, for the love of God, tell him.
Special chili. We're all getting sick. We're getting slop and we're
I
not.
kicked Thor
It's
from
making
the
me wonder
table.
if maybe
Tuyu.
Should we
Nurse.
Should we just head to bed?
Who's Tuyu?
Nurse. You're right.
Late.
I'm feeling. Oh man, yes. Hit the hay.
Did you just call her Tuyu?
No, I said to you, nurse. Yes. Hit the hay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right. That's Nurse Ginger.
Yeah, that's
I was
that's
speaking
that's
to
how
her,
English
so I
works.
said to you.
Yeah.
I like to like to you, guard. I like to address people so they know who I'm talking to.
So the warden comes over to you, Thorf, and says, "Well, it's been a busy first day, but it's good seeing you again, Thorf."
To you, warden? Yes, it has been great seeing you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for this great dinner. And yes, it's been great. I'm bushed. I think we're all ready for bed.
She heads back to her quarters upstairs. Everyone kind of starts turning in. After, what does everyone do?
I'm done
Pack
for
it
the
up,
night.
keep my lips tight, and go back to our quarters. Oh, I guess I have a bed.
Yeah, the whole place is under like 24-hour surveillance lockdown, basically, right?
Right.
Prison.
Yeah.
Have I seen any like rats or animals scurrying around?
No, the only animals would be in the stable.
Okay.
And I'll just tell Thorpe before we go to bed, make sure to prepare that feign death spell. I think
Yeah,
we'll...
I definitely go to bed looking over my shit, thinking about that, and also how to cast feign death, and maybe make it seem like I'm casting something else in case somebody's watching.
Before
it'll
you
sound.
turn in, you get a knock at your door, Thorf.
I open the door
hide the margaritas and the cheeseburgers. God.
as if I could.
It's Jill. She's outside.
Hey Jill,
Thorf,
what's up?
you've made quite an impression on the warden, I see. Something
Well, yeah,
going on
me and
there.
the warden go way back.
Yeah? Listen, hey,
Yeah?
you wouldn't happen to have any more of that drink with you, would you? And she
I do have lots
glances
of this
around the
drink. Yeah.
corner and sees a mountain of margarita.
Yeah, it's just like jugs and jugs and jugs. Yeah, come on in.
Okay. She goes, I'm gonna roll real quick. Okay. She steps into your room and closes the door behind her. And yeah, okay. She begins drinking with you.
Cool. Yeah, we can drink.
She goes, "Hey, listen.
But I was kind of. What's up?
This is great. I would love to. I need to ask you. Can you give me some of this for going about the day? It's great drinking in your room, and you're really nice. But I really want to kind of take it back to my room and drink at my room.
How?
Can you give me some?
Come
on.
I'll give her like a couple, but it's only gonna last like one right now.
She goes, you know
it's nighttime, so, right?
Do you know how dangerous this
I'll give her
is?
like
just give me
enough
a little,
for like half of tomorrow.
Give me enough for a day or two, because that'll keep me from having to come back to your room, and you never know who's watching.
I'll give her enough for tomorrow, and that's it, because I don't want her to cause a scene. But I'm not going to tell her that. I'll just be like, actually, this is what we're all drinking. It's kind of like medicinal for some of us. So, I'll take this.
I feel like Thorf accidentally became a drug dealer.
I was just about to say, this is like that one friend who flirts with the drug dealer to get extra shit.
No, yeah, I have liquor in prison, of course.
She thanks you, gives a wink, and heads back to her room.
Yeah. go back to concentrating on my spells.
Okay.
Newell
I
plays
miss
violin in the mess hall for a little while, then goes to bed.
that interaction. Really makes me miss drinking in Edgewood.
It reminds me of like smoking pot in school. You know, like you had to, you couldn't get caught, but everyone did it. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
Okay,
And now the internet is aware of your patterns.
sure. Let it be.
Yeah. What's everyone's history with cocaine? Let's just put that on record on YouTube.
Oh, it's weed. Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Everybody smoke weed every day.
High school. Then
Weed is a drug, and I do not partake of that. It's been at least like 30 minutes since I had a drink. Can we take a quick break for me to grab some tequila?
are you saying IRL or what?
No. Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, it's almost 3. We should just
Yeah, let's
push
keep on.
to
Yeah,
3.
let's keep on going.
Okay. The by the way, how's your drug situation going?
Me?
Yeah, the
Fine.
Reds.
Fine. That the charisma boost thing is part of the drugs that I take to do.
Is it continuous?
Wait,
Oh yeah, it's continuous.
you
That's
take
part
a
of
drug and you get more charismatic. That is real
yeah,
life all the way through.
What's the side effect?
in my class I like, along with like the drug that lets me add 10 feet of movement to myself, the drug that makes me bludgeoning damage resistance, slashing damage resistance, and the fourth one is advantage on all charisma based ability checks. The disadvantage on that is I have disadvantage on initiative rolls while I'm like this. But until I take a short rest, I can make one of these every time we take a short or long rest. So I have to make a new one like right when we wake up or during the short rest, and then the effects last until I take another short long rest.
Okay. Cool.
So I make a new charisma drug and pop that when I wake up.
All right. You all are escorted back to the hospital bed area for the night.
All right.
I'm going crazy. Sorry. There you go. And there's a guard posted outside. There's guards doing rounds, and there's a shift in the guard order, so the guards switch out.
So, mathematically speaking, how many minutes do we have to retrieve? I'm saying this as quietly as possible, and/or with the psychic link, if that's an option. Retrieve the body once it hits the water.
Oh, we're trying to like retreat. We're trying to stop before we get to that point. Before he gets to the water. We're trying to intervene before that happens.
Tossing him in the ice it doesn't sound awesome. But like it's a last resort maybe. If it's just like run or something, but
I mean, me and Nuvo can be fine in the water. I'm worried about everyone else, so.
His body
the
might
guy, Tuyu's brother, might die when we toss him into the icy ocean. So maybe that should be like our last resort when we're trying to like get him out alive. And then you guys are going to have to be up here with us, I think, unless someone is waiting in the water. And then that's got to be sneaky too.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like
That is a good escape, I think, but we don't have a boat.
What if more than one corpse were dumped in the water? What if I were to die from this contagious illness, tossed in first, and then Tuyu's brother?
and then
Seals
he-
cold resistant too.
It's just a suggestion. I don't know how practical it is.
because it would still be the problem with your resistance. you could probably like swim him away to get him like across the river, or, like away from everyone and to safety, and then we could just leave. But it's
See-
how long can Tuyu's brother last in the water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and dude, that last part, it's a big like I don't know where we're gonna go from there, or how we're gonna just run off
Swim up.
after we
He
blow
would
our
just
cover.
in that plan, he would swim along the shore to like just keep on going, swim underwater like along the
Yeah.
river, like the water bank, and just keep on going down until he's out of sight, and then bring him up, and then him and Tuyu's brother just make their way, just them, away from the jail. We meet them up on the road as we're and then we leave on ourselves and just meet
How are
up
we
with them.
gonna leave?
That's another problem. We have to find a credible if everything goes perfectly, if we like convince him, if we convince the guards and everyone that Tuyu's brother died, we need to take his body for research away. That's what
If
we
they
need
let
to
us
figure
take
out.
his body for research, I don't think we should throw him in the river at ocean at
Yeah.
all.
Well, yeah,
If they'll let us do that, let's just like fucking leave out the front door.
that's a great plan. But like in the scenario where we're in just if things go wrong, and the scenario where we're away from his body and it's just we've gotten him out.
Yeah.
I'm just running scenarios if things go really bad. If
Yeah.
Tuyu's brother is away, if one of us just escapes with him, maybe Tuyu just runs away with him. Our cover is still set. How do we leave?
Time to go.
We've dropped off information. We've dropped off our supplies. We need to make an excursion. Let's say like we need to make an excursion somewhere else for more supplies.
Yeah.
To another
Because
town.
I need to retrieve not just my weapons, but my armor. I can't really
fuck, yeah.
easily
Yeah,
replicate
exactly.
You
Exactly.
can't
Let's say
leave the chocobos and the polar bear.
That is correct. You're right about that. Yep. All right. Well,
let's say we what's the place with the dwarf
Yeah.
with the invisible doors that we need to go to?
the city, East Haven.
Yeah, let's say when we actually do need to leave, even if we have to use brother's body, let's say we have information. While we were on our way here, we heard rumors and stuff about something going on in East Haven that could help us find out what's going on with his body.
Yeah.
With like the
Focus on his like condition and stuff.
yeah.
And like
we need
remember,
to do
we can, like,
experiments
scare
on
them.
Yeah.
Tell them they're all gonna die too. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
this is a
sure,
plague.
go.
This is a plague that needs to be, and his body needs to be experimented on. There's something
Plague.
in East Haven. We've heard magic's in East Haven that can help us with this. Let's go.
Good.
We're going.
Rob, we do all that.
What do we need to roll to make that happen?
I really hope this prison does not have outbreak protocols.
So,
Although the way they treat their prisoners, I don't think they do.
sounds like tomorrow is the day of the heist. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna be putting that off till next week. But
Mm.
when that happens, things always go wrong. So just understand that.
Oh, whatever. This is gonna go off flawlessly.
Don't say that. That's the worst thing you can say.
Just think smooth, man. It's gonna go smooth.
That's like saying this is gonna be the best Christmas the orphanage ever had, or what could
And the
possibly
dragon
go
comes.
wrong. Oh yeah, and then the dragon comes. It kills all their friends.
But you
Uh,
feel
Alright.
bad.
Nuvol's going to play his violin until everybody tells him to shut up. And he's basically playing like Scheherazade because he's got a 21 performance.
We're used to it.
What's great about this is that no one can hear you in your room.
Oh, okay.
It's
I can
solid
hear him.
stone walls.
You
I
think
thought
when we're if we survive this jailbreak successfully, you think we'll level up?
Didn't we just level up recently?
Yeah.
I mean,
Guys, we have the Dark
It's not hard
Duchess
to
to
ask.
swing by afterwards.
I'm glad it was Trey and not me.
I do have to say, we need to be successful. I don't need another pen name.
yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Nuvol's
It's
your
gonna go
pen
off.
name?
It's a great plan. Rob cannot. He cannot focus on this.
I
There's
will
nothing he
die
can do.
trying.
Okay.
Consider it done.
As you all are getting in, resting in for the night, suddenly you hear an alarm go off, a Saxon alarm. You hear guards suddenly running around outside the doors. You hear the sound of wings flapping overhead. Well, no, you don't.
Oh.
And then
We
suddenly,
don't.
75, the guards rush downstairs and begin taking up posts outside. As they look overhead, you see, if you were outside with them, you would see the white wings of a familiar white worm flying nearby, and it put the whole place on lockdown. You hear all of a sudden heavy mechanical bolts lock on all the doors. Kong, 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 kong. In the middle
All the doors?
on all of the doors leading out as the place is put on lockdown, and a lot of the guards run up to the top of the roof to take up positions against the white worm flying overhead.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah, dragon fight.
And
Do we help?
that's where we'll lead off.
No, we let the dragons.
It's been a busy night.
Yeah.